17. I'm here, your host, Kaz. And yeah, we're back. We're so back. Um, Sorry for the wait. Apologies. As you know, things happen. Life be lifing, as they would say nowadays. Um, but without further ado, let's get started. We're just going to touch on three quick topics today. I don't want to keep you guys too long on this nice Thursday evening. Um, yeah. So, topic number one. Oh, before I go, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Please. Thank you. Now, without further ado, let's begin. Our first topic today is how Pedro and Ekatike a Premier League revelation. Yes, a Premier League revelation. Um, I'm not as surprised about how Pedro. Um, I mean, what in the last 5 games, um, 5 goals, 3 assists. Um, just been a special player for us this season. I'm not that surprised about him considering what we saw in those 2, 3 game sample size at the Club World Cup. His link up play, elite. His touch, his skill, elite. Right foot, left foot finishing, very good. Has a chance to be better to great to excellent. He has a very good chance. Um, and I'm starting to see that Robert Lewandowski type player in how Pedro. Absolutely, he can. That's. I think that's his ceiling. I mean, if your ceiling is Robert Lewandowski, that's a pretty special player to me in my book. He's not there yet, but I think if we give him more time, more opportunities, stays healthy, I think that can be his ceiling. Now, Ekatike, what a player, what a class player. His movement, his touch, his vision, his link up play with Florian Wirtz, whom I told you Florian Wirtz will be fine. I've always said this. Florian Wirtz is a special talent. He just needs a little bit of time to get his legs under him. And look at that. If it's not goals, it's assists. If it's not assists, it's goals. Chances created. Still top 5 in the Premier League since the beginning of the season. But this session is about Ekatike. All right. The things I've been seeing from this young man has been nothing short of special. I mean, the game last weekend, I think they played against Leeds. He was absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely. I don't think Liverpool comes out with a good result if Ekatike does not play that game last weekend. That's how highly I rate him at this point. He was absolutely world class last weekend. Unplayable. The 2 finishes, elite. So, how Pedro and Ekatike are 2 players to keep your close watch on as the rest of this Premier League season approaches. Very talented, very elite players. Now, our next topic, it pains me. It really does. But you Arsenal fans, congratulations. You are on to the EFL Cup final after beating Chelsea 3-0, or no, sorry, not 3-0, 4-2 on aggregate. Congratulations. That's all I can say, really. We lost it day one, fair and square. No one can argue that. It wasn't pretty for them. I think they played better in the first game than the second game, but still, they won it fair and square. No one can take it away from them. Um, I think we should have been more risky at the beginning of the game. We should have come out hunting that goal because as the game dragged on and on and on, it didn't seem like we were any closer to scoring. And I think it just gave Arsenal more and more confidence to when we did try to go for it in the last 20 minutes, it was too little, too late. And in the last, 5 minutes, it was pretty. I could see the writing on the wall. It was done with even before Kai Havertz scored that goal. Um, it was over with. So I got to give them credit where it's due. They they played a great series, and they deserve to go through to the final. We definitely don't deserve to go through to the final. The way we defended in the first game, just awful, just terrible. And then the way we were so hapless in attack in the second game, we didn't really create many chances. I mean, probably the best chance was from a shot from outside the box from Enzo Fernandez. I mean, pathetic. That's all I can say about our performance in that game. It was pathetic. It was hapless. It was haphazard. It was disappointing. Very disappointed in my team that we couldn't come out with a result in that game. We couldn't even win the game. Very disappointed. But all credit to Arsenal for going through to the AFL Cup final against Manchester City, whom, I mean, dominated Newcastle. Eddie Howe, you're starting to approach Phil Foden's status being on the fraud list. I think you're just about there now. With this performance from Newcastle, yeah, I would say you are the number one fraud list coach out of all the coaches in all the top leagues. You, my friend, are the number one coach on the fraud list. I mean, my God. It was 3-0 before someone could blink. It should have been like 4 or 5. Defending was just terrible, especially from the midfield. And finishing was even more tragic. At least you created chances, but you could not finish to save your life. And then Anthony Gordon. Oh, Anthony Gordon. The injuries are starting to pile up, man. I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm gutted for you, but injuries are really starting to pile up. Yeah, of course, Man City deserves to go through. I mean, they ripped Newcastle apart from start to finish. Yep. And with that being said, it's going to be quite the EFL Cup final that we get. That's I cannot wait for that game. And last but not least topic of this episode is the reigning African player of the year to Atletico Madrid, Ademola Lookman. As Atletico Madrid wins 5-0, and Ademola Lookman has 1 goal, 1 assist in this game. And he is off to a great start with his new club. I think Ademola Lookman is exactly what the doctor ordered for Atletico Madrid. Because, yeah, they have Julian Alvarez, but you need at least a couple of players in attack. I mean, look at Real Madrid. They have Vinicius and Mbappe. Look at Barcelona. They have Rafinha and Lamal. You need at least 2, if not 3 players that can take over a game at any given minute. And I think Ademola Lookman is most certainly that player for Atletico Madrid. The skill, the touch, the finish. Oh, yeah. That's exactly what Atletico Madrid needs. And I can't remember the last Nigerian player or even African player of the year that played for Atletico Madrid. I don't think there's ever been one. So this was a great signing for Atletico Madrid. It's probably the best signing of the January transfer window, in my opinion. I mean, he was supposed to go to Fenerbahce, but I'm glad that move fell through. I'm glad Atletico Madrid stepped in and um, bought him for what 35 million plus 5 million add-ons. It's quite a deal. It's a cheap deal. It's a no-brainer. Um, I'm happy for them, and I'm happy for him. Yeah, he deserves to be in La Liga. He deserves to be on a team like Atletico Madrid. Um, and I look forward to watching La Liga for the rest of the season with Ademola Lookman in there. Um, yeah, but with that being said, we have come to the end of our very short episode. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and thank you all for participating. Peace out.